Here are 3 good reasons you should be watching Netflix's live-action adaptation of One Piece right now. I'm an animator, avid film lover, and fan of Japanese animation and anime. I wanted to tell you about Netflix's One Piece and why you might find it worth watching, even if you've never seen anime or have never been into live-action anime adaptations. One Piece manages to bring the joy and wonder of anime to live action in a way that's hard to believe until you watch it for yourself. Number 1. If you're already a fan of live-action high-seas adventure series like Black Sails, Treasure Island, or Pirates of the Caribbean, then Netflix's One Piece might just be right up your alley, as it is probably the best pirate-themed show to come along in years. Although it is based on a manga comic book series and anime that can get a bit cartoony at times, the storytelling, characterization, and cinematography hold up to any of the other great pirate shows of the last few decades. Despite the unusual world, a friend of mine who is a longtime super fan of pirate shows and Age of Sail type content in general says it's the best pirate-themed show he's seen since Black Sails came out. Number 2. The Japanese comic or manga is currently the most popular best-selling series, which has sold over 515 million copies worldwide since 1997. It was created by Ichiro Oda, and unlike other anime adaptations, Oda was deeply involved in the production of the Netflix adaptation of his series. He constantly worked with the various teams to make sure everything looked and felt true to his vision. However, the original story is one of the longest-running manga in the world, with nearly 1,100 issues and anime episodes to date, with both still being produced more than 20 years later. It's so massive it can seem like too much to explore or commit to, and other fans of the series have criticized the pacing of the anime in the past. Well, the Netflix adaptation absolutely cuts out all the fat and gets right to the meat of the story. Anything not essential to the core story is stripped away, and it's much easier to decide within a few episodes whether this is the kind of story you would like to get into or not. Plus, the pacing maintains itself. They've gotten off to an excellent start so far with Season 1, and with Oda supervising the creation, it's likely the series will not lose quality. The rest of the production team also seems to have a good understanding that television viewers have different expectations than teenage manga readers and anime viewers. Number 3. One Piece is a weird and crazy world, but it is also grounded with rules that allow for serious, impactful storytelling, even when some of the characters exhibit weird, superhuman abilities. It honestly has some of the best scriptwriting and characterization I've seen in a while, and a scriptwriting friend of mine became massively interested in the show after I showed him the Netflix adaptation. I'd wanted to give him a try for years, but he's been poo-pooing my suggestion to watch the anime because he said it was just too long to even consider putting the time in. After a few episodes, he's now also hooked on watching the anime version with a notebook in hand, saying he now gets it. He understands why the show is loved so much in Japan, as well as much of the rest of the world. He believes it's because of the depth of social commentary, and having characters that's easy to care about, and the character arcs they go through as their adventures change them. It only takes a trial couple of episodes to get a taste, and, well, I'd love to tell you more about all the unexpected twists and turns, but that would honestly spoil your enjoyment. It's much more fun to jump in and find these things out for yourself. And that's it. Hopefully I've given you a couple quick reasons to give the Netflix adaptation of One Piece a try. Whether you love pirate-themed shows or are just curious about what all the global interest has been about for decades, or even if you might not be a specific fan of pirate shows but just want to discover a great new dramatic story, the way people found out about Game of Thrones, Squid Game, The Walking Dead, and other unexpected gems that seemed to come out of nowhere. Those shows that went from nobody even knowing what they were to everyone talking about them. If you find this content interesting and want to come back after checking out the show, please leave a comment if this helped you give the series a try. I'm a big fan of this adaptation. I would love to talk more about it. If there's interest, I'll make follow-up episodes focusing on why I'm such a fan of the live-action series, the anime itself, and the world of One Piece in general. Lastly, I want to say a big thank you to all my subscribers. Your support really does help keep me going. Thanks so much for watching.